The listening silence. I came to Oak Haven Cemetery to escape noise. My therapist said it would help my tinnitus, the ringing that started after the car accident. She called it auditory grounding. I called it desperation. The old caretaker, Mr. Burnham, handed me a key at sunset. "Lock the east gate when you leave," he rasped. "And if you hear the children, don't answer. They're just practicing." I didn't ask what he meant. The first hour was peaceful. True silence. The ringing faded to a memory. I walked among the stones, some so old the names were just ghosts in the slate. I sat by a monument, a stone lamb worn smooth by rain. That's when I noticed the first rule of Oak Haven's silence. It listened. A twig snapped to my left. I turned. Nothing. My own foot, shifting on gravel, sounded a full second later, dampened and distant, as if the sound had to travel through water. The air here didn't carry noise, it drank it. Then came the children. Not voices. Not exactly. It was the space where voices should be, the hollow, acoustic shape of laughter just beyond the frequency I could hear. It raised the hairs on my neck. It came from the old children's plot, where tiny, weathered stones crowded together. Mr. Burnham's warning echoed. "They're just practicing." Practicing what? I turned on my phone's recorder, a habit from my old life as a sound engineer. "Test," I whispered. On playback, my voice was clear. But underneath it, layered in the silent moments, was a faint, rhythmic scratching, like small fingers on stone. I followed the sound. It led me to the heart of the cemetery, to a massive, black-varnished mausoleum, the founder's crypt. The door was ajar. The scratching was louder here, and underneath it, a new sound, a wet, rhythmic shuddering, like someone breathing through a clogged throat. My tinnitus returned in a screaming wave, a high-pitched siren in my ears. I fumbled with my phone, pulling up the spectral analysis app I hadn't used in years. I pointed the microphone at the crypt door. The screen didn't show sound waves. It showed a negative wave, a deep, sucking valley in the graph. This place wasn't making sound. It was consuming it. And the app was measuring the digestive process. The wet breathing sharpened into a word, a pulled from the mud word that formed not in the air but directly in the bone of my inner ear. Alone, I ran. My own screams were muffled, swallowed before they left my lips. The gravel gave no crunch underfoot. It was like running in a nightmare. I reached the east gate. It was locked. From the outside, my key was useless. From behind every tombstone, the hollow, voice-shaped silence of the children solidified. They weren't laughing now. They were listening, waiting. Mr. Burnham's face appeared at the iron bars, pale in the moonlight. "I did warn you," he said, his voice perfectly clear, untouched by the hungry quiet. "They need to practice on someone. How else do dead children learn to speak again?" The wet, shuddering breath bloomed right beside my ear. The analysis app on my phone pointed at my own trembling hand, spiked. It wasn't measuring sound anymore. It was measuring a vacancy. The sonic profile of something that had eaten all the noise, all the life, and was now, patiently, silently, hungry for the last thing left. The steady, living rhythm of a heartbeat. And then, the only true silence began.